Hi everyone and welcome back. Today we're making Rasgulla Panna Cotta. This one was requested by a viewer. She had it at Saffron Patisserie in Chaguanas, Trinidad. So she described it for me and here's my recreation. So sit back, let me show you how easy this one is to put together. And the best part about this recipe is if you have leftover Rasgulla, you can make this without having to do the entire process. So I'm making a big batch of syrup here because I have different types of Rasgulla to make. So just follow how much I have in the description box. To my milk, I'm adding in cardamom powder. In goes flour and baking powder. To my ginger, I'm adding my milk and giving that a mix. Now you'll notice I didn't add the baking powder here because I forgot, but please add it when you're needing this. I'll add it later on here. So I'm adding in half of the mixture and starting to bring that together, and here's where I will realize that I didn't add the baking powder because it's staring at me. So I'm gonna add that in and I'm going to continue to knead, adding the milk mixture as I need. I used all of the milk mixture. Depending on the brand or the type of milk, you may use more, you may use less. So knead it until it comes together into a soft ball. You don't want it too soft and you don't want it too hard. So let it rest for about 2 to 3 minutes and then we'll go ahead and break our pieces to make the balls. I like to make them small. You can make these as big or as small as you like and roll them between the palm of your hands to create a nice smooth ball. Now you're going to do this until you've rolled out all of the balls, and to a frying pan that's on low heat. I like to start off on low heat so it will look like if the oil is cold, but the oil isn't cold. You're going to add in those milk balls and you can already see them moving. You don't want your oil to be hot or screaming hot. These need to take their time and cook. And you see how they begin to float. So make sure I'm putting enough oil so that it can float and they can spin on their own. Once they're nice and golden, I'm gonna take them out and drain them on in a pan. Now, as I said, if you have leftover Rasgulla, guys, you can just have that and skip to part 2 where we make the custard or the panna cotta. So here you're gonna add in the sugar syrup and allow this to soak. Just allow it to soak until that Rasgulla feels like a sponge and then drain out that liquid. You don't want it sitting in there to get extra sweet. So once that happens, we'll move on to the next step. So let's make our panna cotta. I'm using heavy cream. You have to use heavy cream. And to that, once it's nice and warm, we're going to add in sugar and custard powder. Usually panna cotta is made with gelatin, but we're using custard powder because we're trying to make it eggless. Okay, going to whisk that in, and once the milk is nice and warm, this comes together really quickly in a matter of seconds. See how that looks? And you want to take it off of the heat. And now we're going to add in milk powder. I'm using Super Cow's milk powder here. Just whisk that in, add in cardamom or elaichi. We're flavoring it and making it a barfi flavored dessert. Now I'm gonna go in with the ginger juice and mix that in. Now you want to move really quickly here, guys. You don't want this to start to firm up on you, and then you're going to start to place that custard or that panna cotta in your serving dishes. So if this would make about 10 small or about 6 to 8 medium size bowls. You want to place one Rasgulla in the center and start garnishing. I use pistachios and I use rose petals. And the trick to getting this is moving really fast with the custard, placing it into the bowl and putting that Rasgulla in the center. You don't want the custard to set up in the pan, you want it set up in the bowl. And that's it. All you have to do is serve this. You can serve it warm, you can serve it cold. It's really delicious. It's such a great dessert, something that you can have on special occasions, on weddings. Check out Saffron Patisserie in Chaguanas if you think this is too much of work for you and you don't want to make it. and let them know that you saw it on my page. on my channel and you came to check them out. So thank you all so much. If you make it, let me know what you think, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye everyone.